You have a presence about you that everyone's talking about.
Oh God.
Your smolder, Ed, is the next level.
I know.
I don't know what I'm
Can
doing.
you teach me? Can you teach me how
What
to
am
do
I
it?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He doesn't even know that he's doing it.
I don't know, man. What you mean, like
Give
just
it to me.
looking seriously?
Yeah,
No,
give
it's not
it to
gonna
me.
be able
Show
to
me.
Don't go for.
Welcome to The Loop, brought to you by the Mammoth Film Festival. We're sitting down today with you wonderful people. Can you explain who you are and what you did with the film?
Who are we?
I'll start. I'm Nick Hryciw, and I am a producer, and I produced Tether for Mr. Westwick here. Yeah.
Mr. Westwick.
Mr. Westwick.
I like that. I am Mr. Westwick, but just Ed will do.
Okay.
So thank you very much. And I directed Tether and acted in it as well.
Perfect. Can you guys tell us what the film's about?
Yeah, certainly. So the film follows a tortured, fading Hollywood starlet at a very difficult moment in her life, a crossroads in her life. And she decides to go ahead with the plan to hire a hitman to rid the world of a person who has ruined her life. This hitman comes into her life and things don't go as planned. And it's about their relationship and which way you want to go in which moment.
Yeah. And I think it explores a lot about moments and unexpected moments and things that, you know, somebody comes into your life and the rest of your life is changed in a day, in a moment. And I think we can kind of all relate to that, but I love that aspect of the film.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
How did it get put together?
I came up with the idea, and I wanted to turn it into a film. I wanted to direct. I've been an actor for quite a while, and always been curious about the process of directing, what that would be like. I've worked with some really, really fantastic directors, and
Yeah.
I like to think that, you know, if I could even come close to anything they do one day, that would be great. And I guess a very kind of logical, natural first step was to start with a short. So I sat down with a friend of mine, Connor Patrick Walsh, who wrote the story out, and then we worked on the script a bit together. And then I started putting the pieces together, and one of the key pieces, the very important piece of Nick Hryciw, my producer.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
and then all the other bits came together, and we shot for Los Angeles in 2 days,
Yeah.
which was quite short to film an 18-minute short, I think. But I was either pretty mad or pretty confident, or probably a combination of both, that I could get it done, that we could get it done, and
Yeah.
we did, and
Yeah.
we edited and so on, and then here we are at Mammoth Film Festival.
Yeah.
How was the process for you directorially? How did you approach the project differently than you would as an actor?
That's really interesting. Well, I mean, you don't have the responsibility as an actor, so whether or not when you're in that role or when that's your job, you kind of are watching. You're like, yeah, I'll do it differently. You know, you don't get the opportunity to, but in this situation, this was my time. So you're aware of what you need to do, and you go for it, and just trying to. I don't know, it felt quite natural because I've been on so many sets. I mean, the part which was more new to me, I'd say, was editing and all the conversations that go in and around everything not to do with being on set. I very much enjoyed my experience kind of directing another actor.
Mm-hmm.
That was very interesting, and you know, I think she gave me a thumbs up afterwards. So
How
I
do
don't
you-
know. It could be. I don't know. Maybe
How do you direct yourself, though? How do you know when you've got it?
I don't know if I've got it, but I'm confident enough. Well, hopefully I would be confident enough knowing that it felt good, and then that's it. Because you can't. There's no such thing as perfection, and things are going to be created and changed and shaped in an edit anyway. As long as you've prepared properly, which I did, I think for both parts, actor and director. Of course, again, you're never going to be perfect, and there's stuff to learn. It's the first go. You just go for it. So I don't know. It was. I just kind of, I've been acting for a long time. I mean, if I'm not decent at it by now, I should really stop. So.
Yeah. I felt like when you were on set, it was the acting was kind of down pat, like second nature, where you were able to focus almost more on the directing. And I really enjoyed watching Ed flow in and out of actor, director. He did it very naturally. And a lot, we've gotten that question a lot, even by other filmmakers at the festival, like how do you, or actors who want to direct, like how do you direct yourself? It's kind of like that magic question. I think that the experience from the acting perspective provides a really great, strong foundation. And like, I remember you telling me at one point on set, like you would feel it. And he wanted to be careful not to go to Video Village and do too much playback and like, because then you nitpick yourself to death. But then I also think Ed really prepared, because something came to my mind. I remember being on set, and I don't know if you don't know I saw this, but on this table I saw his script, and it was like ink pen written all over it in history, and like he really, which is what I guess you do. But I think it's all in the preparation too. Yeah,
so I guess I directed myself before we shot. Mm-hmm. So my direction with myself was based on my rehearsal and being ready. So then I didn't have to think about it. But yeah.
What do you hope the audiences feel or experience or walk away with the theater from, or walk away from the theater with?
The only thing I hope is that that they think it's beautiful, I guess, because that's the main thing that I thought I could control, was the potential of beauty. And I'm not talking about the story, I'm talking about visuals only. You can't really influence, you can influence the impact or what someone's going to tell you. You can try and lead them in a certain direction with an emotion or a feeling, but every person's going to have their own experience, and they're going to walk away from something having had their own experience. People arrive into a cinema, into a day, into their office, having gone through whatever they've gone through, and they're going to pick up on certain moments, certain things that the film might offer them. So it's not anything like that. Obviously I don't want people to go, oh my God, and like hate it, because I don't want to waste anyone's time. So I don't know, I just hope that, I think it's quite pretty, and I hope they think it's pretty too.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me about the Mammoth Film Festival as a whole. What does it mean to be here, and what has your experience been like?
Gosh, I could go on and on and on about that.
Do.
So I know this is you guys' third year. It's I know Ed and I's first year here. I hope I get to come back many, many, many more times, even if I'm just coming to attend. I've loved every last minute of it. I have been thinking a lot about it. I love the genesis is this great group of filmmakers and friends that just really get along, and they're like, we want to do something, and we want to do a film festival with other filmmakers in this really beautiful place, Mammoth. And I've been to a lot of film festivals, and I've never been to one that I have felt such a natural camaraderie amongst other filmmakers. Like, Mammoth Film Festival has done a beautiful job fostering relationships, connection, access to incredible producers and film financiers and actors and publicists, and everything has been really well organized, and just fun. Yeah. It's just been a lot. I've never had this much fun. I've never had this much fun. And I'm personally walking away from this festival with some great new relationships with filmmakers, and some filmmakers I really want to produce for. So, it's been incredible. Yeah, I love it.
Ed, you have a bit of you have a presence about you that everyone's talking about.
Oh God.
Your smolder, Ed, is the next level.
I know.
I don't know what am I doing?
Can you teach me how to do it?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He doesn't even know that he's doing it.
I don't know, man. What you mean, like
Give
just
it to
looking
me.
seriously?
No,
It's
give
not
it to
gonna
me.
be able
Show
to-
me.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay, so
awesome.
if I
Am
were
I
to do
going
it,
red? Because I feel like
is
I'm
it,
going
but if I
red.
were to do it, it's the look down to the look up. Is that how?
Well, I mean, that's probably the classic one, definitely. I mean, there
Okay.
are a few more that I've got.
Can I have another one?
I don't know what else. I've never done that one before.
The rainbow swoop.
Come on, you can't do smouldering.
It's like the
looks with your socks
Zoolander.
on.
The Zoolander. Look, I'm a model.
Do I just look like a pretentious, arrogant idiot, or is it that you're just kindly saying presence?
Not at
No,
all.
no. We're
first
all
of
jealous that we can't do it ourselves.
It's your jawline, Ed. That's
My
really
jawline. Thanks, Mum and Dad, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mama Carol.
Mama cow. What's up, Mum?
Well, we are at a film festival. We've got some silly film-related questions for you, and then perhaps some like just completely random questions. So let's start off. What movie makes you cry?
Oh God, a lot of movies make me cry. The first movie that comes to my mind, and I was actually asked this on the press line the other night, was Good Will Hunting. That was a film that was the movie that informed the kind of movies I want to make. And there's the story, and I related a lot to parts of Will Hunting's life, and yeah, that's the first one that comes to my mind.
You, Ed?
Mrs. Doubtfire. Sally Field did not need to leave. It was a birthday party. All right, there were some animals in the house, but I think, really, he's just a really fun guy.
I love it.
Have a conversation, have a more serious conversation with him. Like, we weren't. I mean, what conversation was that? Because it felt early on, because he was really blindsided by it. He felt. I don't know. It affected me, and the kids obviously want him to stay. Sally Field, come on.
That is a heart wrencher.
What makes you cheer? What movie makes you cheer?
Notting Hill. I love a little rom-com. Loads of films make you cheer up. Rocky.
This is not going to sound like the typical movie, but Harriet comes to my mind. I saw it recently, and I was cheering for like their escape. I was cheering for this movement that they created in the Underground Railroad, and I know that's not your typical answer. You'd probably think it'd be like some sports movie or whatever, but you want to. It was a movie that I was rooting for. Maybe I should say that, like rooting for her and learn.
What about you?
What movie makes
Or
you cheer?
Are we allowed to ask you a question?
Please, sure.
What movie makes you cheer?
Rocket Man. I thought it was great.
Brilliant.
It was a fun ride, and by
Beautiful.
the end you're like, yeah!
I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
music. I mean, well, can I say Bohemian Rhapsody as well then?
Oh hell yeah!
Anything musical, really. Musical sports is gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna get you going, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who was your favorite actors growing up?
For me, it was Tom Hanks. Still is one of my favorites. And I would bow down and kiss Meryl Streep's feet.
Oh. Growing up, yeah, probably like Robin Williams. I mean, growing up, yeah. We're talking like
Formative.
Yeah.
formative years. Yeah, probably Robin Williams.
Okay.
He was in like all of those movies. Well, like Hook, Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, the fun kids ones.
Yeah.
This is more of a question for you, perhaps, Ed. Have you ever had a terrible audition?
Yeah, loads.
Does any of them stand out?
Yeah. I just got to blank them out, So otherwise they come,
Come back and haunt your
haunt you
dreams.
haunt you when you're walking into the next one. You're gonna,
Sure.
You got this? What you gonna do, man? You don't know what you're doing, do you? Yeah, no, I don't know. Look, everyone has bad days. Everyone has bad weeks, months, whatever. It can go on. I think sometimes I had a issue with psyching myself out, for a small period, some period of time. I think it's also like when you get used to being on set and at work, it's like I equate it to passing your driving test. When you pass your driving test, you're instantly confident and you're relaxed and a better driver because you're relaxed, but before you're nervous and you're trying to do exactly what you think people want to see to know that you know how to drive. And it's the same kind of thing, I didn't go to drama school. I don't have I don't think there's not a science to acting anyway.
There is to that smolder though.
To the smolder.
Which I don't have the equation for.
You either have it or you don't.
know. No, there's been loads. I mean, anyone who says they haven't is just lying.
Mm-hmm. And
or hasn't cared about it enough.
Better. Yeah, that's great. What's the best movie theater snack?
Oh, I love popcorn.
Yeah, with Reese's Pieces.
Popcorn. We've
poured in
got
it.
so much popcorn.
Okay, now just random ass questions. Just
Yeah.
the most random. Pick 3 numbers between 1 and 15. Collectively.
Oh, between the two of them.
Yes.
No, don't do that. Everyone goes to bed.
Okay. 3, 9, 11.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, no, I need the numbers.
Oh, you need
You
them.
have to
Is
tell
this
me.
not a
It was a
thing?
game.
Oh, this isn't a thing where we've got to keep it a secret.
No. I'm not doing a magic trick,
Now
Ed.
that's interesting, isn't it? Like,
Well, we had-
why did we assume that?
We assumed that it was going to be like
Why didn't you
were
stop us
going to
when
try
we
to
were
guess.
whispering in each other's ears?
Because you're adorable.
Oh my god.
So we chose 3, 9,
3, 9,
11.
3,
yeah.
9, and 11.
There they are.
Number 3, to each of you, what would you name your boat?
My boat.
El Capitan.
I would call it
Cheese roll.
Lolita.
Lolita? Why?
Because I call my dog Lolita.
Oh.
And I love her. Her name's Lola.
Okay.
But I like Lolita. And it's sexy. I'd have a sexy boat.
Yeah, you would. Oh no, brother, would you take a punch in the face from a heavyweight champ once per year if you never had to sit in traffic again?
Absolutely. I think I would. Because I hate traffic, particularly LA traffic.
No.
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 Well, I mean,
I don't know how many years you're going to be alive after you get hit by a heavyweight champ. Do you know how hard they hit?
I spoke. I spoke.
I don't think, let alone be sitting in a car that's your own driving because you were going to have brain damage, man. You're not going to be allowed to drive. And if you're going to be in that car, you wouldn't even know you're in traffic. So
But
it wouldn't
she
even
didn't
matter.
say it was going to be a hard punch.
It's
It
a
could've been-
heavyweight champ.
But he could be merciful and just go.
Oh.
See?
Can you please give
I
us the
could have.
details?
Could you
I'm a
take a
producer. I
boop
could have
in the
negotiated
face?
that.
A boot.
A
boot.
boop in the face from a
Yes.
heavyweight champ once per year.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say, is that all you got
Yes.
to him after?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
great.
would. I'm
And then
tough.
he hits you harder and then
Yeah.
we're back where we started. I get it. Okay.
Okay, number 11. What's the most you've ever won in a bet? Financially or emotionally?
Oh,
Not a lot. I'm a horrible
$1,200.
I think
My
it was,
friend just won $1 million on the Super Bowl. He bet
Well,
whoever won Kansas City.
Does he want to give us money for our movie?
Yeah, so it was all going one way, wasn't it? I didn't know, and then he won $1 million. He is the luckiest guy. I
Yeah.
know.
Wow. Did you
That's-
ever have a personal victory, like somebody had to shave their head on a bet that you won or anything like that?
Oh, I did this thing. Like we won this, like one of those what the hell, like those scavenger hunt things or whatever. And like I won like this thing. So then like I got to pick what somebody, and they all had to like strip and like run naked into the freezing ass ocean.
Okay.
Not shave their head though. And I've only won a couple of $100. I'm not that lucky.
No, nothing for me. No.
Oh come
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think we were ever into. I don't know.
on, crazy.
I'm sorry to be boring.
Okay, the last one. You didn't select this number, but just for fun. What's your favorite Tom Cruise movie?
Oh, I love Tom Cruise.
Top Gun. Top Gun.
I'm just gonna take a moment here.
Apparently I'm quicker at the draw.
You Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh,
And not because,
very
like,
different.
I love him in his action, but that film's amazing. Born on,
She's like,
Born on the
really?
4th of July? I mean, come on. It's Cruise, man. I love Tom Cruise.
He just makes.
I
good-
love Tom Cruise.
He's entertaining
so,
movies.
He's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
He's so good. He's such a great leading man.
yeah.
You've got to be doing something interesting to carry films, and let alone carry films for as long as he's carried films.
Yeah,
Hats off to a man that can do it. And he makes it look easy, and it's not.
yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Be sure to look for Tether everywhere, coming very soon. And that's Mammoth FF, keeping you in the loop. Cool. Thank you guys.